to my channel. Today I thought we would continue going over some of the games that I completed in 2020. Now these games that we're going to talk about today are not from my original to beat list. That I'll link somewhere in the cards here on this video. These are games that were on top of those that I completed and got off my backlog. So we'll start off with a game that I actually really enjoyed. It was a game I wasn't expecting to enjoy, and I didn't think I would normally play a game like this, but it was Extreme Exorcism. And it was a very good game. I played it around the Halloween time, and it's a first-person shooter done in the style of, I just want to say, the 16-bit era. But there's a twist to it. And so it's called Extreme Exorcism because you're essentially killing or exterminating ghosts. But once you exterminate the very first ghost in the level, there are the next ghosts that come are ghosts of you and repeating the exact same actions that you did. So for example, if you did 3 jumps and then shot at the ghost to get rid of him, then this ghost of you would do that exact same thing and would be firing. So as you progress through the level and the stages, you get more and more and more of these ghosts that were of yourself doing the exact same killing animations and however you played them. It could get very confusing and get very chaotic very quickly. So you often had to have a strategy if you were going to do this, and it was very innovative, and it was very addicting, mainly because each session lasted a couple minutes. So for me, it was nice because I could get in and out real fast. So let's say, I had 15 minutes between feedings or something, or, I just didn't have a lot of time. I could quickly get in and out and play this game. And it was fun. I have to say, it was a really good hidden gem that I didn't expect, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. The next on my list is a game that took the world by storm. Similar to how Animal Crossing did in the beginning of the pandemic. Near the middle of the pandemic, in August, Fall Guys came out. It was a fantastic game. It was a game that brought the whole world together, where we're all running around trying to complete a maze to get to the finish line, and having weird platforms and weird jumps and things. It was cool. You're like a beanbag guy running around. It was very interesting. I enjoyed that for about 2, maybe 3 weeks, and really enjoyed my time with it. I only stopped playing it in part because everyone else was improving and got really, really, really good at the game, where I didn't. And again, being a father, you only have so much time to play some of these games, since I didn't have as much time investment to do that. And after so many times, not making it very far anymore, I decided that maybe I should retire that game. But it was really fun. I got my money's worth, and if you haven't had the opportunity to at least play through it once, I think you should. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed it, and I liked it quite a bit. The next game is another big multiplayer type game, and perfect for Halloween, and that's exactly when I started playing this. I started playing this in September, actually, and that is Friday the 13th, the game. And this is the new one, the more recent one that came out for PlayStation 4, and I think Xbox. Oh, hi Kitty, hi Kitty. I think Xbox. I'm not sure, but I played on PlayStation 4. And in this game, you're essentially playing as camp counselors with people from all over the world, and you can to escape. Again, Jason. One player's Jason, and their whole job is, of course, to kill the camp counselors. And as a camp counselor, your job is to avoid and escape Jason. And I really enjoyed it. I really liked playing the camp counselors quite a bit. It was fun, and I played it for quite a number of times. I put a lot of hours into it and got pretty high in the levels. I also, again, as I said, I enjoyed the camp counselors, but Jason was fun to play too. He's got cool abilities, and you can unlock some cool stuff. And so I really enjoyed that. It was a fun game, and definitely got me into the holiday spirit. Isn't that right, Feynman? Yes, isn't that right? Did you like playing it too? Are you my little pretty kitty? Yeah? How about I put you down for a second? Hmm? Yeah? You good girl. Okay. It wouldn't be a normal video without one of my children or the cats interrupting. So, the next game on my list is a game I've heard about. It's a series that I've heard it's been a long time, and it's very popular from my understanding in Japan. But I had just never owned it or played a game until years ago when I went to that EB Games when they were having that sale on DS games for $5 and picked it up. And that is Gardening Mama. So there's a whole series called Cooking Mama, but they have one called Gardening Mama. And you know what? Again, being 2020 and being in solitude and not having a garden because of the way the property is here, I just needed this in the beginning of summer because I was craving that gardening need, and I needed something that was sort of dull and monotonous in busy work, which is sort of what Gardening Mama became. And so the whole point of it again is you're running a garden, you have flowers, you've got fruits, vegetables, roses that you grow and maintain. And you unlock, as you progress through the game, you unlock different plants and different vegetables and fruits. And it was really enjoyable. The only complaint I have is some of the techniques for pruning or washing or taking care of your plants started to become very similar, or they were just like a slight variation. And over time, that becomes monotonous, right? Especially if you're playing it every day or every other day. It's like I'm doing the same kind of animations over and over and over. So if you're playing it in short bursts, which is essentially what I did, and it's easy to beat, it's easy to unlock everything, that's technically how you beat the game, by unlocking everything and getting perfect fruits and vegetables. It lasted, it was about, I think I played maybe 35 hours, which is way more than you needed to do, but it satisfied some of that need that I had, and I'd say overall was, if you have some time, I would chance it and play it. Another game of mine that I have a long history with is Jeopardy. I used to play Jeopardy with my grandfather on the TV show, and I've always sort of wanted to be a contestant. And obviously this year we lost Alex Trebek, a fellow Canadian, due to prostate cancer. Or not prostate cancer, pancreatic cancer. Sorry, pardon me. And it's very interesting because he's in this game, and so it's interesting to see that way. Eerie now that we know he's no longer with us. But I have always tried to get a Jeopardy game since going back to the Nintendo Wii. And my uncle and I used to have mass competitions to see how good we could, how far we could get and who was a smarter person, right? It was fun. Well, I don't know, I felt like I needed that nostalgia this year, and so I went through my games and found one of my Jeopardy games for the PlayStation 4, and so I put it on, played it, and I played mainly the single player and with the NPCs, and once I played with my wife, who whooped my ass, and she will not let me forget it. So yeah, it's again, it was really fun. Obviously short-lived. I didn't last long, I didn't play it a long time, but it was a really good game. And if you like Jeopardy, you like quiz shows, I would say play it. It's probably perfect for you if you like that kind of stuff, if you're a trivia buff like myself. The next game is a game that I again picked up in that bin at EB Games to play as a DS title. And part of it's because I liked the series, the TV series that is. I had many memories of my sister and I watching it before school, and I was in high school, but my sister's 6 years younger than me. So we would be watching this while I was going into get ready for school. And that was Kim Possible. So this is Kim Possible Communicator. Obviously this is meant for children. I didn't like the game at all. And it's not because the story's bad or anything. I mean, it runs just like you would expect a Kim Possible story to go. You know, you're beating villains and saving the day, right? Because you're Kim Possible. The issue I had with this game was clunky controls, unresponsive controls at times, poor level design, poor jumping and platforming mechanics. I mean, I feel bad if this is someone's favorite game. I feel sorry for shitting all over it, but it was very frustrating to play, and I was so thankful it's only like a 4-hour game. But I do not recommend it. If you do not need to play this game, don't. It's certainly not a game I would pick up. I just wouldn't. It was frustrating. Especially that one level where you're paragliding as Kim from a plane. You're going down to the final level, the Dr. Draken's lair. That was crazy. That was a crazy level, in part because of the controls and things being unresponsive. Oh my goodness, it was a nightmare and frustrating for me. But anyways, that's that game. The next game I want to talk about is very similar to that of Jeopardy, and that is Knowledge is Power. And it's a party game, where you are contestants and you answer questions and you do little activities and assignments. It's great if you're having a big party. Again, 2020, you shouldn't have any parties. I know we didn't, so there was nobody to play but myself and my wife. And we played a couple of rounds. I played a little bit by myself, single player with NPCs and things. It's okay. The questions are very simple. They're simplistic. I didn't find it very challenging, which is good. I guess it'd be a really fun game to play if you're drunk. But yeah, other than that, though, I mean, there wasn't too much to say. It just, that kind of a title, right? A run-of-the-mill party trivia type game. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. So with that, I will leave it here, and we'll continue my list for part 3. Hopefully you'll stay and watch to see what games I played in part 3. Again, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate all the support and the love. And again, let me know, how's your 2020? Did it go well? What games did you beat? Yeah, hopefully 2021's better. So with that, please take care and have a great day.